Hey everybody, welcome to Wedding Film Coach. I am Luke with Wedding Film Coach, and today we're going to be talking about how to apply a screen protector to your brand new Sony a7s III, and it's going to be a lot simpler than you think. Coming up. All right, so today we're going to be applying a screen protector to your Sony a7s III. I have the Sony a7s III right here. The screen already flipped out. Thank you, Sony. We were all waiting for that. So one thing you want to do before you start is wash your hands. Honestly, anytime you're handling cameras or lenses or any expensive gear, go ahead and wash your hands just because you have natural oils on your hand, or you may have just eaten a Big Mac or some fries or whatever, and that way you keep your gear clean and working correctly. So go ahead and wash your hands. The next thing I'm going to do is just with a lens cloth, I'm going to go ahead and just gently wipe down the screen. And we have my overhead camera up here capturing all this as well, so you can see what I'm doing. And that's just to make sure there's no big splotches on it or sticky fingers or whatever. And if you need to, get a rocket blower. These are awesome. You can just kind of blow it, get all the lint off of it as well. Grab your screen protectors that you just bought. I will link this in the description. I've used a few different brands over the last few years, and they all seem to work pretty good. Just make sure you're getting something with some good reviews on it from Amazon. This specific one I bought, it is the PCTC brand, and it's the 9H tempered glass screen protector. I'll put it right there where you can see it. Down. There we go. And I think I got a 3-pack from Amazon for about $10. I'll link it below. You can see what the price is now. It probably fluctuates a little bit, but it had great reviews, and so we'll see how it turns out. But as far as what it looks like this is going to be pretty standard. I've put screen protectors on all of my cameras so far, and it's something I highly recommend. I've definitely used them more than I would like to. Sometimes they get scratches on them, or sometimes they get cracked. If you drop it or clink something up against it, you never know what's going to happen. And so just to keep your cameras nice and protected, it's always good to have a screen protector on them. And then we have our wipes and dust absorbers. All this stuff comes in the package. So we got 1, 2, 3 screen protectors. And in this case, specifically, probably the ones that you got as well, it will have just a little pamphlet of instructions. I'll hold that right there. And it's just a picture of instructions. It's honestly not too complicated. So anyway, what we're going to do first is we're just going to go ahead and get all this out of the way. We're just going to do one right now. And so what we're going to do first is clean it. We already kind of just gave it a very gentle cleaning with our lens cloth, just to kind of start the process. Next, we want to use just one of these packages that has one wipe. This is going to be an actual kind of wet wipe, and it actually says wet, and then the other one says dry. It's just to kind of get the rest off. And this doesn't have to be perfect. You may have some bubbles in it. As long as it's not going to be distracting for you, it's okay. You did a good job. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this out. After you clean it, you don't want to wait too long to go ahead and put the protective the screen protector on it, because you don't want dust from around the room falling on, or lint, or skin particles from your hands or whatever. If you got dry hands, I have really dry hands in the winter. And so anyway, this is the back, and we can see here that if we start to peel it off, you start to see the sticky side come up. So we'll peel that off and then stick it right on there. And you can see this is the correct size for the Sony a7s III. Honestly, that's probably one of the first things you do when you get it. Make sure that Amazon sent you the right one, and just go ahead without peeling it back or anything. Just put it up to your screen and make sure that it's going to be the correct size. If for some reason they sent you the wrong size, take measures to get it replaced. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to do the wet side first. Here we go. And that is barely wet at all, so I don't know if these are old or what, but there we go. Yeah, see. So I'm just going to clean it off real good, get rid of any excess oil or residue on it. I have been using these. I'm kind of disappointed in myself. I've waited way too long to put these screen protectors on, but I wanted to make a video for you all to show you how, and so I love you guys. That's why I did it. I risked breaking my screens all for the sake of helping you guys out. So give this video a like if you would. Maybe comment down below if you plan to get something, or if you have any questions, of course. So I have my dry cloth now, trying to unfold it. Okay, here we go, and it already evaporated all the moisture on there. But just to give it a good buff, make sure it's looking really nice. Here we go. Okay, I feel that's good. And I just kind of go in circles instead of kind of back and forth, and that way you're less likely to get streaks, just like if you're cleaning a window or a lens or anything else. Just kind of go in little circles. Okay, so we got that done. I don't see any dust or lint particles on it, so I'm going to go ahead and peel this back, and I'm going to start. I'll do this quickly. Start right there. Okay, so you see I kind of did that quickly, but what I did is I gently held it. I put it up to one edge first and aligned it very quickly, and used my fingers as a guide and just gently kind of brought it down towards the far end. And you can kind of see as it starts sticking, adhesing, that it's connecting to it. And so I'm just gently running my finger alongside, just to give it a good seal, just alongside the middle. And I'm also just kind of inspecting for air bubbles. And hey, I'm impressed with myself. Usually I'm not that fluid with it. It takes me a little bit more practice, so I'm not going to have to edit that out. That's awesome. But yeah, just gently run your finger along it, along the sides and the middle. Make sure it is good and connected. And then once everything looks good there, go ahead and turn on. Do I have a camera battery in here? I do have a battery. Yay! I put it back here. I'm going to turn on the screen, and you can see it pop up here. So you can see I can still navigate it using the touch menu. Bring this over to the middle. So no problems at all with that. It's possible that depending on the sensitivity of your screen and just how big and how chunky your fingers are, you may want to change the touch screen sensitivity. And let me see where you can do that. Let's see here. Okay, so if you find that after you have your screen on here, it works, but it's not quite as sensitive as you want it to be, go ahead and go to your menu, go to the very last toolbox, your setup menu, and then, I got stuff sticking to me here, and then go to number 5, touch operation. Go into that, and you'll see your different, you want touch operation on, obviously. Touch sensitivity, this is where you would change it to potentially be sensitive. Okay, and so now I can go, and I feel like that actually is a little bit better for me. I don't have to press quite as hard. Let me go back into it and change it to standard and see how it feels. That's still working pretty good. So depending on your preference, you may want to play around with it. Maybe leave it at standard. If you feel like it's not as responsive as you want it to be, change it to sensitive. If you have it on sensitive and you feel like you're accidentally moving things around more than you want to, then change it back to standard. But hey guys, that is it. That's how you put on a screen protector on your new Sony a7s III. I'm actually putting together a free camera guide for this camera, and it's going to cover absolutely everything. It's not going to be incredibly technical like something Gerald Undone would do, but it's going to be highly functional. So it's going to be built from the ground up for people like you who simply want to get this camera in your hands and start using it as soon as possible to make really fun and incredible footage. So if you're interested in that, go to freecameraguide.com. I'll put it up on the screen, freecameraguide.com, and we get on the list to get that free camera guide whenever it comes out. And if this is a hit, then I'll start producing more of these as well. And I'll also be putting some things out on this channel as well, incrementally, but that free camera guide will be a bit more exhaustive and complete. So thank you again for watching. Links in the description below. Let me know if you have any questions or if you have any issues with this or it didn't work for some reason, and I would be happy to help you out. You guys have a great week or a great weekend whenever you're watching this. I appreciate you stopping by the channel. I'll see you soon.